Our song that we chose to do is All Day, and they're a new band within the alternative genre. This appealed to us through its alternative and weird conventions they use throughout their songs, especially in Bruise Box, which is the song that we chose. And this gives us various opportunities and possibilities to create an original and unique music video.
So our narrative is like a girl who's kind of assumed as like being innocent at first, but then we kind of wanted her, throughout the whole thing, she's going to change from being innocent to non-innocent. And we're trying to have the narrative of a witch hunt throughout it. So we're going to have like a montage of clips where we see the girl happy at the start, where she's walking through like a variety of different locations, which we'll talk about later on. And then from the use of shadows within the clips, the audience begin to guess that there's something wrong with her. The whole story of the music video is based upon a modern day witch hunt, ending with the innocent character burning at a stake. And we wanted to incorporate the idea of her standing on a breeze block with a match falling to the ground. Yeah.
We're going to use a variety of locations, and we think location is like a major part of a music video, due to us wanting to use a variety of different editing techniques and effects. The narrative obviously is a modern day witch hunt, and we do not wish to make it cliche, causing it to be dark and gloomy throughout. We wish to instead use a variety of different locations in night and day. The light as well as different styles of weather. And this includes a forested area with tall trees and like sunlight shining through them. A dark warehouse where the burning at the stake would occur, and a busy road. And we also wish to use the dark room in the school, where the lip syncing will happen, and a small river or lake within the forest.
Different tech. We wanted to have a split persona to the character. As explained earlier in the narrative, we wanted to create a protagonist within our music video to give the narrative an overall better flow. So I wanted to give her a completely split in personality, so that she's happy and then completely evil kind of thing at the end. And we're thinking of doing this by changing the sweet innocent girl that we first introduced to into a dark twisted character that we see at the end.
And techniques that we wish to use, apart from the basic techniques of just like shots and movements, we hope to include a variety of different techniques ranging from simple colour alterations and to carefully rewinding each individual clip to portray a different side to the protagonist. Whilst watching other music videos which includes rewinding of clips and trying out some simple rewinding of our own, it's become increasingly clear that it's actually quite difficult to make a clip look good backwards. So it's quite a tricky technique to master.
Within our music video, we try to include like specific symbolic images that can run throughout the whole thing. One of which is a breeze block. This also ties in with the name of the song, because the song's also called Breeze Blocks. So we bought our own breeze block, which is
yes,
here. This is our own breeze block that we bought the other day. And we also wanted to include the idea of this symbol throughout to hint that the idea of a witch hunt is actually happening, because this is something to do with like the dark evil kind of thing, and we're going to have this as a sort of tattoo maybe on her, and you start to notice it as we rewind backwards.
Our costume, due to the main character having a split persona, it offers us more possibility to play around with her costume. We will be contrasting the first representation of this with the last representation of her. This will be mainly due not through her behaviour, but specifically her costume. So I'm wearing like a cute flowery dress at the start, and this will be changing into dark clothing. Maybe have her just wearing like a black baggy jumper, not to show her dark side, also but to show her like loss of innocence. Oh, and that's a picture we drew of the opening clip, so we're going to use like boots like that, and that's how it's going to start like our...
Because we're going to have a starting and ending on this breeze block.
Yeah.
We also, with our audience, we're aiming our audience at kind of people our own age, because we can relate better to them. But we really want to shock our audience when we're showing them our video. We don't want it to be just a normal like flash dancey kind of thing. So we wanted to shock them. That's why we're including such a powerful narrative. And we feel that this music video is suitable for our age group, as it's quite kind of edgy.
Yeah, because it's an alternative song
yeah.
anyway. Then mainly teenagers listen to that kind of music.
Yeah. That's it.
What made you come up with that idea?
What, the witch hunt?
Yeah.
Well, we've been thinking of the ideas, like we both like fire and water. Like when we've been filming it previously, it's really fun to play with, like on the techniques, like on the map, not in real life. And there's the one shot where we wanted to drop a match, and then this kind of came up with the idea of, oh, that's like burning someone at stake, and then we were like, that's quite a good idea. So we kind of went from there onto this whole modern witch hunt kind of idea.
Where did you find out about the song?
I heard it on Radio 1 about 4 months ago, and I really liked it, and I played it to Alicia and was like, what do you think of this? And she liked it as well, and then as soon as we heard it, we kept listening to it, we kept thinking of all these ideas that we could include to make a music video, and we just thought, well, we've got all these ideas and it works really well, plus they're not a very well known band, so we thought that worked really well.
What's your idea for rewinding the editing? What are we going to do with that?
Well,
so at the start of the music video, we've got a montage of clips of her being innocent, basically, just all the cliche things,
yeah,
like running through a forest and things
stuff
like that.
And then we're gonna try and it's gonna take a lot of hours of editing, because we're gonna try and rewind. Like halfway through the song, the beat kind of changes and it starts repeating itself at the end, so that's the bit we're going to rewind to, and we're going to have all the clips that we've had previously running backwards, but maybe change one thing in it.
So her costume would be different. You can tell that we wanted to use a scene where she was in a river,
yeah,
and how like she was just say paddling at first in the innocent one. When you turn back, you realise something
that it's not so
innocent
as you first thought.
Yeah.
Anything else?